My shift began with a table I now dread. Leonard Green sat alone, eyes burning with contempt. I approached. He sneered that my skirt looked like I was asking for it. I kept calm, took his order, but he laughed again, mocking my makeup. I held back tears and did my job. When I returned with his poached eggs, he exploded over a missing spoon, then hurled the plate at me. Yellow yolk stained my apron, my pride, and the rest of my 8-hour shift. I didn't forget, neither did Jordan. That wasn't the first time Leonard crossed the line. A week before, he grabbed my wrist when I tried to clear his plate, called me a tease for not smiling. I flinched but smiled anyway. Jordan saw it from the kitchen window and slammed a tray hard enough to echo. That night, as we closed up, Jordan muttered one day. We didn't plan revenge that night, but something unspoken passed between us. Leonard's insults weren't just mine to bear anymore. They'd entered our kitchen, and Jordan never forgot a grudge. Leonard came back like clockwork, always asking for me. Your eggs better be perfect, he barked. Jordan caught my eye, nodded. I brought out the food, untouched by sabotage, but the rage boiled in my gut. When he sent it back anyway, I snapped. You want perfect, you'll get it. That night, Jordan and I stayed late. No words, just eggs and intent. The next visit would be unforgettable. The kitchen wasn't just ours anymore. It was a weapon. The next time Leonard walked in, Jordan didn't speak, just rolled up his sleeves. I took the order like always, but this time, something changed. The kitchen hissed with something more than steam. Leonard insulted my lipstick. I didn't flinch. Jordan passed me the plate. Poached eggs, neat and glowing. I felt sick. I also felt powerful. As I carried the dish out, I saw our manager watching. He smiled. A red herring in a press suit. Leonard dug in, grumbling. I watched every bite. He paused, frowning. Tastes off, he muttered. Jordan peeked through the pass calm. My fingers curled around the order pad. I remembered the plate that hit me, the yolk on my skin. I didn't blink. Our manager walked by, oblivious. Great service today, he said. Leonard finished it all. I collected the plate, smiling. Behind the kitchen door, Jordan whispered, he'll feel it by midnight. The twist came on social media. Leonard's rant about food poisoning. Sabotaged, vomiting all night. He wrote. Most people laughed. A few called it karma. I watched the comments roll in, silent. Jordan brought me coffee, said nothing. The poached eggs were our message, served cold. I didn't gloat, but I didn't feel bad either. It wasn't justice by law, but it felt right. In that tiny diner, our silence spoke louder than any scream. I watched Leonard storm in one last time, demanding comped meals, spewing threats. Jordan stayed behind the line. I stepped forward, said, we reserve the right to refuse service. He sputtered, left red-faced. That day, I wasn't a waitress. I was a wall. Jordan clapped once behind me. Quiet, solid. The eggs were never mentioned again, but I knew what they meant. After he left, I leaned against the counter. My apron still stained from old shifts, but I felt clean. Jordan tossed me a fresh one. Poached, he asked. I laughed for the first time in weeks. In that moment, the diner felt like ours again. No fear, just food, and the quiet knowledge that sometimes revenge is served with silence.